Hello and welcome to Late to the Real. My name is Stephen and this is a channel where I watch classic movies for the very first time and let you know my thoughts about them. Over the past few weeks I've watched The Godfather, Jaws and The Silence of the Lambs, so go and check out all those ones after you've watched this one. Uh, yeah, and let me know your thoughts on those movies in the comment sections down below on each of them. In this video, you already know you've clicked on it. I'll be watching The Departed. This video was actually requested on my intro video. If you haven't watched that, you'll find out all the reasons why I've started this channel. This was requested by a Donkey Kong 1357, so thank you to Donkey Kong for this request. If you want to request a movie to watch let me, for the very first time, drop your suggestions in the comment sections down below. Before we get going, please consider giving this video a like if you've enjoyed it, helps spread the word. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss another video in the future. Turn the notification bell on so you know exactly when a video goes live. The main videos go live at 6 PM on a Sunday. And put your comments in the comment section down below, your thoughts on the movies, what movies you want me to watch in the future. So yeah, get those in the comment section down below. Love to read them. A feature I did a couple of videos ago now was giving a little information about the movie. So here's some facts about The Departed. The movie was released in 2006, the latest movie that I've actually watched on the channel so far. It was directed by Martin Scorsese. It's an all-star cast: Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, Martin Sheen, Ray Winstone, Vera Farmiga, and Alec Baldwin. The movie won 4 Oscars: Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Film Editing. We'll be the judge if they deserve the Oscars, will we? The movie was a huge success at the box office. It grossed $132.4 million in the US and Canada, 159 million in other territories, totaling 291.5 million against a production budget of 90 million. I'd say that's pretty well done. Now let's get on to my thoughts about the movie, The Departed. If my thoughts on the film were a Facebook status, it would be complicated. Or it would be It's Complicated. That's stole from Kevin Bridges' joke. Exploring a little bit of them as we go on, it was it's probably going to be the lowest of the four that I've watched so far in terms of rating. I'll share that rating at the end of the video. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. It's hard, like as I say, it's complicated. Like there was parts that I really enjoyed, and I'll go through them. Uh, but yeah, it just I don't know what it was. It just didn't grip me as say The Godfather did or like Jaws did. But yeah, that just comes down to personal preference, doesn't it? One part I did really enjoy the opening scene. Instantly aware of who uh, Costello is. Obviously, it starts really early. It's recruiting Sullivan, Colin Sullivan, at an early age, getting him into the police force. That becomes clear as it goes on. As I say, I really enjoyed that opening scene. You just got a real idea who Costello was right from the get-go. So one of the main characters, Billy, who's played by Leonardo DiCaprio, you get a very early sense that he has some sort of anger problems, beating someone up in the pub and now in the shop. And also Matt Damon's character Colin just seems a piece of work. At this stage of the movie, I was intrigued by his character being planted by Costello to be a detective. His date with Marilyn was interesting, to say the least. Uh, for me, it just seemed like a cocky piece of work. Uh, as somebody I just don't like don't like that type of person at all. So yeah, I thought a very good scene was between Costello and Billy at the back of Costello's bar. Uh, Basically, Billy's trying to maintain that he's not a cop. That he was planted there earlier in the movie. He's trying to keep undercover. Uh, Billy at this point has got a broken hand, and Costello just makes it worse, and it's just pretty intense. For some reason, just really enjoyed it. Uh, Another good scene that I enjoyed was when Colin snuck into the interview room pretending to be a lawyer. and then getting the message to the one of Costello's crew who's in the interview room, and like basically telling him to phone his mum, saying he wouldn't be back, and that was obviously a bit of a code to say to phone Costello and tell him police are on them, do what you need to do to get rid of everything, and then that's what they done. Uh, and I thought it was starting to ramp up a little bit, and then after that you get the intense scene with Costello and the Chinese. I just felt like Colin was just so close to getting caught, but it just obviously didn't happen at this point. And yeah, I thought it was a very good scene. Pretty shocking scene was obviously Billy and Madeline getting close. Obviously, Billy had been going to see her as a therapist, and then obviously Madeline starts to have feelings for Billy, and then she ends up cheating on him, cheating on Billy with, yeah, sorry, she's cheating on Colin with Billy, and yeah, not good, Madeline, not good at all. But also the scene after that where Billy is trying to get a look at Colin. Colin's in the theatre. I don't even want to get into what he was going to be doing. And then Costello comes in and then passes on some messages. And as they're leaving, Billy's at the back of the theatre and Colin follows Colin out. And it was like really, really good scene where he nearly gets the look at him that he needed. And then this was like the first part of the movie where I was properly gripped, is when Queenan gets basically chucked off the top of the building to the floor. So Queenan and Billy meet at the top of this building, and then obviously someone's tipped them off that they're going to be meeting, and they get followed by Costello's crew, and they end up Billy escapes before they get there, and Queenan is there trying to fight his corner basically, and then he just gets absolutely launched off the top of the building to the floor. And obviously that's him dead, sorry, and it's just no way back for him. Uh, and yeah, just thought that was really the first point in the movie where I was like, holy shite. And yeah, it starts to ramp up quite a bit here. All Costello's crew gets taken out, and then Colin and Costello have a showdown uh, as they're going to get the Costello's crew gets taken out as when they're getting the drugs, and they don't get taken off the tail. And Colin and Costello have a showdown about. Ends up Colin found out that Costello was an FBI informant, which I'll share my thoughts about that a bit later on. I just felt a bit flat about that. And then obviously we get the Colin and Billy showdown in the same place where Queenan was killed. And then Billy just comes out the elevator, gets boom shot in the head. Some of the team Barrigan shoots down Brown, and then she gets shot in the head as well. Thought he was going to get away with it, to be honest. Like I just saw that the way this is going to end is that Billy's going to complete it and just get away with it. But then Dignam, who's played by Mark Wahlberg, bit of a dick the whole movie. He ended up getting put on suspension earlier when Queenan was killed, because he accused Billy of being involved. So maybe not to those exact words, but he knew something was up with Billy, and but ended up getting put on suspension. And yeah, he was in Billy's flat and ended up just shooting him in the head, and that was a pretty fitting ending, I thought. Overall, I thought it was a decent film. There were parts where I was gripped, like I thought the last half an hour or so of the movie was brilliant, absolutely excellent. But there are also parts where I thought was obviously building to the big ending, and you have to build suspense and drama. But I thought I was losing interest a little bit. Thought like the duration of the movie was like 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I feel like it didn't really need an extra 30. Like it could have been done in 2 hours probably. Don't get me wrong, I think all the performances were excellent. I've watched two similar movies since the start of this channel, and I would say that The Departed is nowhere near as good as The Godfather. Again, I didn't dislike the movie, but I think this one is where I'm probably never gonna watch again. Probably, maybe I watched it a bit too closely to The Godfather, and yeah, complete and like compared it unfairly. Could well be the case. Anyway, the film on merit, I think, is a decent movie, and I can see why people love it. I can see why it got all the accolades it did. Uh, but for me, it's just not the type of movie that got me going. Yeah, it's not the type of movie I love. Never, as I said when I watched The Godfather, I was never really into gangster movies. Yeah, and then this one's like, and yeah, as I said earlier, Costello being an FBI informant, I thought was just a bit meh. Uh, Surely the FBI can talk to police in Boston and say like, surely some communication can be there. I know it doesn't really make a good movie, but yeah, that just took me out of it a little bit. Like why even bother chasing them? It's a bit, as I say, overall a decent watch, but I'm not going to really rewatch it. Time for my rating. It's probably going to be the lowest rating I've given a movie so far in doing this. I'm going to give The Departed a 6.5 out of 10. Some people might think I'm being stupid for that rating, but that's just how I feel about it, really. It was just one of them. It was only really the last half an hour where it really gripped me. Where in other movies, I thought it was better like throughout. But yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts on The Departed if you've watched it. If you haven't, would you go and watch it? Let me know what rating would out of 10 that you would give it. And yeah, next up, I'll be next Sunday. My next movie will be I'll be reviewing Back to the Future. That'll drop at 6 p.m. next Sunday UK time. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And before I go, if you've enjoyed this review, please consider giving the video a like, hit that subscribe button so don't miss another video in the future, and comment down below your thoughts on the movie. That's all from me. I'll see you next time.